Hello, and welcome to the second module of our course on AI for financial forecasting. The second module deals with data engineering for financial forecasting. Now, let us understand what is data engineering in finance. Data engineering, in very simple terms, is the process of collecting, cleaning, transforming, and organizing data so it can be used effectively for analysis and forecasting. Data engineering in finance is the process of collecting financial data from multiple sources, which can be transactions, markets, or even customer activity. Cleaning and preparing data to ensure accuracy and consistency. Transforming data into structured formats suitable for analysis, and organizing and integrating data across systems for seamless access. Think of it like building a pipeline. Raw data enters from multiple sources. It gets refined, structured, and validated, and then it becomes useful for AI models. Data engineering in finance is essentially the backbone of AI-based forecasting. In the context of financial forecasting, data engineering is critical because AI models are only as good as the data they receive. Why data engineering matters for AI forecasting is because it ensures high quality data for accurate predictions. It enables real-time data availability for dynamic forecasting. It supports integration of multiple data sources, which can be internal as well as external, and it forms the foundation for reliable, data-driven financials decisions. Clean, accurate, and well-structured data ensures better predictions, real-time insights, and more reliable decision making. Let us now understand what are the different types of financial data. The different types of financial data can be structured, unstructured data, and semi-structured data. The structured data is the most familiar type of data. It is highly organized and easily stored in tables. Like, for example, the transaction records, general ledger entries, the payment histories, loan portfolios, balance sheets. The main characteristics of a structured data are it has a clean format in form of rows and columns. It is easy to make a query, and traditionally it is used in finance. One very important limitation of a structured data is that it often misses context. The unstructured data is where the AI becomes powerful because the unstructured data, it captures the market sentiments or the behavioral signals and even the external influences. The unstructured data includes earnings call transcripts, news articles, social media sentiments, customer feedback, and even analyst reports. The third type of data is semi-structured data that falls between the structured and the unstructured data. Like, for example, the JSON files, the API data feeds, financial reports with mixed formats. Now, what are the data sources for financial forecasting? The very first source of data is the internal data source. These are the organizational primary assets, like, for example, the ERP systems, the CRM platforms, treasury systems, and even the payment systems. The internal data reflects what has already happened within the organization. The next data sources are the external data sources. These provide context and foresight. Some of the examples are macroeconomic indicators, interest rates, inflation data, market indexes, and regulatory updates. Now, why external data is critical is because financial outcomes are influenced by economic cycles, policy changes, and market sentiments. The third type of data is alternative data. This is increasingly being used in AI forecasting. For example, the satellite data on the economic activity, the consumer behavior analytics, and even digital transaction patterns. The organizations that leverage alternative data gain a competitive advantage in forecasting accuracy. Data reprocessing, the core step. The very first thing is the handling of missing data. Missing data is very common in finance because of system errors, delayed reporting, and data integration gaps. The approaches are ignoring incomplete records, which can be risky, filling gaps using averages or trends, and using historical patterns. Never ignore a missing data blindly. It can actually distort the forecasts. The second is removing outliners. Outliners are unusual values. For example, a sudden spike in transactions due to a one-time event. The challenge can be not all outliners are errors. Some represent important signals also. For example, a sudden increase in withdrawals may indicate either a market panic or even liquidity stress. The third is data normalization. Different variables operate at different scales. For example, revenue in millions, whereas interest rates in percentages. Normalization ensures consistency and better model performance. The next is feature engineering. This is about creating meaningful inputs. For example, instead of raw transaction data, create monthly averages, growth rates, and seasonal indicators. Better features will give better forecasts. Now let's understand the time series data handling. There are few key concepts, like the first one is the trend, that is the long-term direction. The second is seasonability, which is the repeating patterns. For example, higher spendings during festivals. And the third one is cyclic patterns, like for example, the economic cycles. Why this matters in AI models and to understand the AI models is because when patterns repeat or when the trends shift and when the anomalies occur, it is very important that the AI models must understand these patterns or shifts or even the anomalies so that they may help in better forecasting. The next is data quality and governance. The very first thing is importance of data quality. Poor data may lead to inaccurate forecasts, poor decisions, and even loss of trust. The golden rule is garbage in will lead to garbage out. The second point is data governance framework, which includes data ownership, data validation rules, access controls, and audit trails. The third is regulatory considerations. Financial institutions must ensure data accuracy, data transparency, and data traceability. Now, what are data pipelines in finance? A data pipeline includes data ingestion, data transformation, data storage, and data delivery. Batch versus real-time pipelines. Batch pipelines are periodic updates, but the real-time pipelines get updates automatically and continuously. For example, real-time fraud detection versus monthly financial forecasting. What are the common challenges that normally encounter? The first is data silos. Different department stores store data separately. That is, there is a difference in the way the data is stored. The second is inconsistent formats. Different systems may use different structures, different formats, which may have a challenge, which may create a challenge for data forecasting. Data latency. Delay in data availability can also create a challenge in data forecasting. Integration complexity, that is, merging multiple sources. And the last is scalability issues, that is, growing data volumes can create scalability issues. Hence, the takeaways from Module 2 are that data engineering is the foundation for AI forecasting. Quality, consistency, and completeness are critical. Both internal and the external data are essential. The reprocessing determines the success of the model, and the governance ensures reliability and compliance. Thank you very much for being with us. We'll continue with the third module. Thank you.